Good morning, Zio here, and today we're talking Square Enix and their backwards inability to let people properly stream and share their games and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a word I'm looking for. I just don't quite remember what it is at the moment. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. So grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? Well, yeah, here we are. Here's the thing. All right, so why are we talking about this? This isn't the first time we've talked about this. Today we're talking about Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, which, one, I didn't realize was coming out, but then again, I have been like disconnected for over a month at this point in time, so I am catching things like there was apparently a Halo TV show that came out. I have to go check that out now too. And we'll talk about that tomorrow, by the way. But yeah, so this isn't the first time this has happened. We can come over here and take a look at my my channel real quick. Shameless plug. Of course, all links are down in the description down below if you want to, follow me or all that good jazz. But yeah, a while back, about a year ago now, we talked about Square Enix DMCAing you for Tales of Mana and a few other things. Gosh, what was the other thing? Dragon something. Anyway, wow. Point is, and we were talking about a very small channel here, Cup Jim, who essentially got his entire channel was taken down by Square. Right. That's the TLDR. Square DMCA'd his channel into the complete and utter ground, for no reason outside of let's playing that game. It's an old game. They redid it, right? They did the HD remake or whatnot, and they upgraded the graphics and things, and that's what he was playing. And DMCA'd it straight into the ground. And then of course there was the whole Naughty Dog and Square Enix going nuclear when it came to particular leaks and things. And stuff like that when it came to The Last of Us Part 2 and Final Fantasy VII remakes and playing of those games. But today I'm here to tell you one quick thing. Do not, under any circumstances, do not stream or let's play this game. The game that we are talking about today, Strangers of Paradise. In fact, any Square product. As much as I love Final Fantasy XIV, I'll make that stand, right? I will not sit there and promote it anymore whatsoever. Just like I don't really promote WoW. We'll talk about it, but I won't promote it. Apparently me drinking coffee makes me glitch out. That's weird. And by the way, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll see if I can maybe. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot to actually do a thing because I am so new at this. There we go. Now you don't have the stuff surrounding and everything. But yeah, I gave myself a tell. Yeah. Anyway, gosh, I wonder how bad that looked over here, and I just didn't realize it was sitting on the screen doing the thing. Let's see. Yeah, it was there the entire time. Wow, I'm bad. I'm real bad at this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm new. Okay. This is a new thing for me. Anyway, so here we go. So we did talk about that. If you want to go check that out, you can. Link will be down in the description down below, of course, if you want to go and I'll leave it there. But yeah, in the end, he completely lost his channel. As far as I'm aware, he never got it back, right? It's just gone. YouTube's not going to do anything about it, and Square's dicks. All right? But yeah, so here we go. This is it. Square Enix, Squeenix, has released this thing on how you can handle their property. Never mind the fact that you're fucking buying their property, right? You're purchasing this game. This game is fucking yours. What you do with the game at that point, in my opinion, is totally up to you. If you want to sit there and stream the ending to it, you stream the fucking ending to it, because you fucking own the damn thing. It is now yours at that point. But yeah, this is unfortunately where we are going to in the world, and people need to, of course, fight back by, I don't know, not buying or playing or streaming the particular properties in question, because that's the only way these people learn. This is what happened with Nintendo. When Nintendo decided that they were going to just axe anything that was Nintendo, then they had the bright idea of doing their own MCM with the Nintendo Partner Network, and it worked a little bit. I mean, some of these people jumped onto it because, at the time they had no other choice, because their entire channels revolved around Nintendo. And I get it. You're trying to keep your stuff afloat. You're still trying to get the revenue and all this other stuff and provide the service that you want to provide and love providing, because maybe you just love Nintendo and all this other stuff. I got it. I understand. But after a while, because very few people did, outside of maybe the larger creators out there, right? Who deal with Nintendo properties and stuff like that. For the most part, Nintendo finally caved in. They finally changed their thing and was like, you know what, forget it. We were wrong. We're taking away the partner network. Do as you must, that sort of thing. Because that's where we have to go with this. We need to, outside of bringing awareness to something like this, not talk about it. That's it. We just don't do it, right? I'm gonna take another drink of coffee. I need to seriously. Yeah, in order for me to get my arms to move, I'm gonna have to do something weird with my Android, right? Or get an iPhone. And I don't have an iPhone. My oldest has an iPhone. Maybe I can borrow his. He's gonna love that. Or anyway, and then I have to spend like $90 plus tax on a thing to actually track my motion. But anyway, eventually I'm going to go that route. That's right. That's what I'm going to eventually do. Oh, you know what? I need to put a mic so I can actually speak into the mic and bring it closer, like I have in the past. Anyway, so yeah, this is where we're at, right? This is where Square legally outlines different things, like what is game material and stuff, and tells you how you can use that material, because apparently, US copyright means dick to these people. But anyway, look, I can understand in Japan, right? If in Japan, because I don't know what their copyright stuff is like, if you want to go ahead and limit the stuff in Japan and write all these erroneous rules to it and stuff like that, then fine, go for it. That's where you operate out of, right? That's your home country and stuff. When it comes to something like the US, your choice is to either A, not release it in the US, or B, deal with their legalese when it comes to copyright and for fair use and all that good stuff. But yeah, anyway, they also want you to display the following notice, right? I don't know why that is highlighting so weirdly. It's the format of how they've got this page. Anyway, where you have to put all this here for, your copyright, because, your standard Digital Millennial Copyright Act, thing just isn't enough for them. Which, on one hand, if they actually were just asked you nicely and said, hey, can you post this if you post anything related to this game? We'd much appreciate it. I'd be more willing to do that. If you came and was did that sort of thing, right? You were like, hey, look, we can't stop you from doing this, but if you do you think you can just tag this notice for or to make us feel better, right? To make us feel better. And, I'd be I'd be more likely to do that. But anyway, then they go through, all these restrictions, right? Which, of course, this is linked in the description down below, of course, like always. Oh, sorry about your ears. I died for a second. But the following restrictions apply to the use of materials, which essentially is the game, anything they've posted about the game, anywhere they've posted about the game, that sort of thing, right? And the game itself. That's the TLDR of what materials are. You can go up and read the more specifics later if you want to. You may use the materials except as expressly described in the permit use above. You may not use the other materials owned or controlled by Square without Square's prior written conditions. You know what, Square, you can go suck it. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, do not use materials for commercial or for profit purposes. However, you may use official monetization functions available through video sharing sites such as YouTube, Twitch. Okay, so yeah, you're allowed to stream it. You're allowed to stream it, they say. Except, but anyway, please mark content with spoiler warnings when content includes detail of major plot developments. Now this here is just common courtesy, right? If you're watching a playthrough and you're in episode 23 of that playthrough, I don't think spoiler warning is really necessary at that point, right? You know, you've purposely taken the time to watch this far into the playthrough. Everything is probably a flippin' spoiler at that point. But anyway, if you're, say, talking about it in a news sense or any other context whatsoever, you know, just discussing it, right? And you decide to, you know, show a particular scene that's really deep inside the game, and you go, okay, spoiler warning, folks. If you don't want to see this, skip ahead to a minute 34 or whatever, or, you know, to 32, 38 or whatever it is in a video, because, you know, spoilers. I completely understand, right? You know, that's just common courtesy, right? But then again, you know, if you're doing a LP or a stream at that point, I'm pretty sure it should be common knowledge at that point that you're watching freaking spoilers. Anyway, spoilers, darling, spoilers. Posting audio tracks and music data as standalone content, well, that's just sort of normal, right? Yeah, you can find things like that, like, you know, One Wing Angel and stuff like that on the YouTubes and other places posted by themselves and stuff. But yeah, you can't really post and repost music and stuff without violating copyright laws. It just doesn't work. So that's standard stuff, right? Posting and streaming only or primarily movie scenes, cutscenes, and similar material as standalone content. Yeah, see, that's gray. It really is. It depends on what you're doing with it. It says standalone, so I'm assuming it just means ripping it straight off the, you know, from the game and posting it straight up. So, and I've seen those things, right? There are videos that are like 3 hours long or something, and all it is every cutscene in the game. I can understand not liking that, but at the same time, as the person who owns the game, it's a gray area, and I'm pretty sure it's a gray area. It might be a gray area for that. I'm not sure, actually. But, you know, playing the game and stuff, well, there you are. You're creating the content, you're changing the content, you're commentating, you're talking, you're doing things, and your content's not going to be the same as anybody else's. Like, Square's not going to be able to reproduce your playthrough, right, and try to claim it as theirs. They could copy your playthrough by just, you know, downloading it and reposting it, and then that would be a violation of copyright, but hey, whatever. Do not live stream, post videos, or post anything from areas in the game where it is designated that recording is not permitted. I'm not really sure how you can tell what those areas are. Now, I know if you hit like the share button or whatnot on the PlayStation or the Xbox, it will actively tell you, and this is a big thing with a lot of PlayStation games that I can tell because that's what I have. You know, there's a lot of things where it just says recording's not permitted, and it won't let you record or take a snapshot or something like you know, there's a lot of Monster Hunter and other things that do that. However, when you're on something like the PC like this, we have this thing called Streamlabs over here. Well, like, okay, you can't see it, but anyway, or an Elgato or whatever it is that we're using to capture the thing. The system's not going to tell us if we can do that, right? Nothing's going to tell us if we can do that or not. So, yeah, you're just going to have to go get bit on that one. I'm sorry, Square. You're on your own. You might as well just stop, right? Yeah, I feel strongly about this kind of stuff. Do not live stream, post videos, or post anything from the ending of the game, including without limitation to blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so this is where I go ahead and I encourage you to post on Rumble. I do not post on Rumble, okay? Uh, but yeah, seriously, I encourage anyone. In fact, I have half the mind to do it myself, except for I'm not going to pay for the game, right? I'm not going to go out and buy this game. There's just no way right now. Yeah, and I can't encourage you to sell the high seas or anything like that, right? But you know, if you do, there are options, right? Just saying. But I can't encourage you to do it. You can't do it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I encourage you to actually do record this and put it on something like Rumble or whatnot, and then so everybody can see it, because when it comes to what they're expecting you to use is Twitch and YouTube, right? That's why they specifically include that somewhere in here. But other sites like Rumble and BitChute and things like that, Fruit Labs and stuff, they don't really know they exist for the most part, or they do, but there's nothing they can do about it because those places tell them that they can go get bent for the most part. They don't follow the same rules as other places due to various reasons, from being decentralized and other stuff, and they will follow a strict code of conduct of like maybe not Fruit Labs, but the other two, Rumble, BitChute, and stuff like that, because they're based in countries that follow U.S. law instead when it comes to copyright. So it's more protected over there, and you can pop it on over there. I encourage somebody just to post the ending, right? Just rip the ending straight up and go to that and put yourself in the corner and talk about it, right? This way you're following copyright laws and stuff like that, and you're transforming it and giving your opinions and talking and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's what you should probably do. And I encourage anyone to do it. Yeah, that sort of thing. Go for it. In fact, yeah, if I get a copy of this somehow, that is exactly what I will do. I'll say that I'm not going to buy this game. I will not buy this game. If I do, for whatever reason, I'm playing it, it's because I've gotten it through some other way, or I'm playing it on somebody else's system, or whatever it is. It's not because I bought it. As much as I love Final Fantasy, Square can go get bent when it comes to things like this. But yeah. Do not use materials in combination with third-party content. Well, screw you. Do not reproduce, share content other than an expressly contemplate the words that I can't read yet this morning by these guidelines. For example, you must not collect and distribute materials via other media in book form, even if you do not stand to gain financiality from doing so. Okay, whatever, Square. Do not use material to promote anything, including other products or services. Comply with the application platform's terms of use. They're applicable platforms' terms of use. Do not perform any actions that may lead to slandering other players or any other person. What the fuck are you going on about, Square? Square, get a reality check. You don't make the rules. Anyway, I can say what I want about whoever I want. And if somebody feels like they have been slandered or anything else like that, there is legal remedies for them to go through and take care of that. You must immediately comply with any request from Square to remove material from any shared content, website, services, regardless of whether Square provides a reason for the request or not. No, that's not how this works. Go fuck off somewhere. Square Enix reserves the right to require removal of any content incorporating the materials that it deems to be inappropriate and its sole discretion. Somebody's going to Rule 34 all these characters. I'm just saying it right now. I don't know if that's what is being included with all this or whatnot when they're saying this, but yeah, somebody's going to Rule 34 these people, and I just I don't know if Square's going to be able to do that. Going to be able to get that done, right? Because a lot of these sites don't give two fucks about it either. Anyway, do not modify the material. Yeah, fuck off. Do not share material on sites and services which are limited to viewers 18 years or old. Speaking of Rule 34. Anyway, you are responsible for the following, blah, 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 blah. And if you're in Japan, there's like an extra thing here. By the way, Japanese players and stuff have extra legalese here that they can follow. Like I said, if you want to restrict things because you guys have like a different way of DMCAs and stuff like that, what we call the Digital Millennium Copyright Act of what's 1985, 86, something like that. Anyway, I can't remember. It's outdated to begin with, but still, it's what we have to work with. If you want to work on your own countries and their own laws and stuff around this, then that's fine. Okay, that's fine. But telling other countries to then somehow get on this weird way of doing things, or this weird archaic restrictive thing, yeah, get bent. Anyway, this is all I've got. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya! Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.